Greetings, everybody. It's still early in the year, so let me wish you a happy new year still. And a warm welcome to this Thursday evening training. From wherever you are joining us, I know that there are many of us from different parts of our continent of Africa and even further afield in the diaspora. It's a warm welcome to you for this evening's training. And I hope that the new year is shaping up very well for you as you set your goals and will start planning and working towards reaching them. January, as we know, is a time of the year when we want to take on new projects, we want to assess things. And so we want to maybe participate in that with our session of today. But first, for those maybe who are joining us for the first time, I would like to introduce myself. My name is Oloo, a longtime distributor in NeoLife, and very excited and happy with the work that we do on a day-to-day basis. Our aim always is to help you in whatever way we can, especially in positioning the products and learning about the business. And so, as you will have seen in your invitation for today's training, my session is going to be Detox. And of course, as we begin the new year, we've just finished the festive season. And with all the festivities we may have been participating in, we may find that maybe we need to do something about some of the results that come from a lot of festivities, because as we celebrate and rejoice at the ending of the year and the different religious ceremonies that we enjoy, we may find that we have indulged in plenty of food, nice things to eat and to drink, and maybe we were relaxing a lot, letting loose some of the pressure that maybe we have been living with. So, for that reason, I think that this is a useful topic to start to do the training for today on, especially as we are still in the early part of the year. So, of course, our major thing about the detox is that the human body has a built-in system, different built-in systems for dealing with toxins, because of course in our day-to-day life there is going to be exposure to toxins in one way or another, and our bodies are built to take that into account. However, it is possible to overwhelm these systems if we habitually take in problematic foods, or if we have prolonged exposure to toxic elements or conditions. So it's not necessarily that this happened to us in December, but just to keep in mind that we do have systems for detoxing on an ongoing basis, but sometimes we may find that these systems are overwhelmed for one reason or another, and we need to take steps to deal with that. So going a little bit into the biology of it, we have got 5 major detox organs in our bodies. The number one of the list is the liver, which is a superstar of detox. Then we have the kidney, we have the lungs, we have the gut, as well as the skin. So these organs play the leading roles in different types of detox, but in one way or another, they are involved in ensuring that we don't have a buildup of toxins. It is a good idea then for us to periodically include detox supplements in our supplementation program, in our personal capacities, or in influencing the people that are in our circle of influence, whether it's the family, friends, our children, and so on. We should have periodically use detox supplements just to give an ongoing support to our detox organs that I've listed before, and the processes that they go through. So an accumulation of toxins in our body will interfere with the efficient functioning of our organ systems and can contribute to poor health. And sometimes also we may not be exactly sick, but we may notice a certain lethargy, lack of energy. We may notice that our alertness is being affected. So this could be because the systems are not functioning as well as they could. And so for that reason, apart from doing the full detox program, If we prefer, we can do just do a bit of detox here and there, or we can do one program a year, one food program a year. Our detox program is just 3 days. So with the supplements that you buy, you can do two or even three detoxes per year if it is necessary. On the other hand, you can simply decide that you are not exposed to such a high toxin load, and so you may just pick here and there which supplement you might want to use to support one detox system or another. So the first thing I want to emphasize is the importance of adequate clean water for drinking. So the first and most important essential detox item is clean drinking water, because our systems all work in a water-based medium, which means that when we think about detox, we cannot leave water aside. And each of the detox organs that I've mentioned before require us to be well hydrated for them to work well. So whenever you think about detox, the first thing that has to come to mind is the drinking of enough clean water. The amount of water the body needs differs from person to person. So it's not a set. I know that some years ago it was popular to say 8 glasses of water, but some people would like more, some people would need less. Depending, for example, you may notice that some people sweat a lot, some people hardly sweat at all. So their water requirement is going to be different. If you sweat a lot, you may find that even the 8 glasses might not be enough. If you hardly sweat and the temperatures are low in the place where you live, you may find that you may not even really need that amount of water. So that is why we will not give a specific amount of drinking water. But what we are to say is that nobody needs zero. I know there are people who do dislike drinking plain water, but I think that this is an important part of our detox and cleansing system. And so even if we don't like it, we should take a certain amount every day. In fact, the idea is that by the time you're feeling thirsty, maybe you have pushed it a bit too far. But of course, thirst is our body's way of telling us that we are poorly hydrated. And so keep this in mind as the first point about detoxing. Then the next point I wanted to make is about the skin. The skin is the largest organ in our body, and it plays an important role in detox, especially through sweating. If you can imagine that from the tops of our bodies to the bottom, we are all covered in skin. And the skin, of course, is important in detox by being a preemptive organ. It keeps out many of the things that are in our environment that could be toxic to us. So we cannot underplay the importance of the skin, because it acts as a barrier, but also it does some detox through some of the harmful substances that can be lost through sweating. So again, water is very important. Our skin needs to be well hydrated, not only for its health, but also for its appearance. So again, their water plays an important role. Then the next organ I have here is the kidney, which plays a crucial role, especially on the side of balancing minerals and fluids in our bodies. So this will also play an important role in maintaining a normal blood pressure. So the kidney is important in that area. And again, you will see that because it is involved in minerals and fluids, water will once again be important in diluting any toxins and also in maintaining the volume of blood and fluids that are needed by our body. The main way in which the kidney removes toxins is through urine, which we should pass regularly. And this again it's important that we are adequately hydrated. The next organ is the lungs, which remove gaseous byproducts which come from our physiological processes, the production of energy within our cells. And there we find that we can help our lungs through regular exercise, which makes sure that our lungs perform well, as well as exposure to sun or supplementing with vitamin D helps with supporting our lungs, and eliminating or avoiding any aerial toxins which we might inhale when they're in our environment. So we can think about things like tobacco smoke. We can think about toxin in sprays, like sprays that are used in hairdressing and all different kinds of beautifying processes, industries, and so on. So the inhalation of some of those sprays and um, things like tobacco smoke can actually be harmful to our lungs, and so we should try to eliminate or avoid them. Now, just a point to note there, a person who is trying to quit smoking or has just quit smoking or suffers from any kind of chronic respiratory problem, let us say asthma or chronic lung inflammation, can do a lung detox for a month. So if, let us say you have a client who is quitting smoking or trying to quit smoking, one of the ways that we can help them is by doing a more prolonged detox for their lungs, because if they have been smoking for a certain period of time or working in an area where they are inhaling some toxins in the air, they may need a more prolonged detox. And what we would recommend for them would be vitamin A plus D, Beta-GAD, omega-3 salmon oil, and herbal respiratory complex. So that is for someone who wants to quit smoking, whether they have been smoking cannabis or they've been smoking tobacco and so on. It is important for them to detox, because some of the residues from that habit can actually be adversely affecting their lungs. Then moving on from the lungs, the next organ I want to mention is the liver, which, as I said at the beginning, is a superstar of the detox processes. And this is because it's the organ that does the hardest work of neutralizing any toxins that gets into our body. So whether it is through our food, through our medication, through maybe our drinks, any way in which toxins get into our body, the main detox organ is going to be the liver. And that means that our liver is extremely important, and we should keep it functioning well and take good care of it. So we help our liver function by limiting the amount of toxins we ingest. If we keep in mind that human beings are the only organism that deliberately takes in substances which we know to be harmful. All other animals will poison themselves by accident, but human beings can take poisonous things for recreational purposes or simply for experimentation. And in order to take care of our liver, we should actually try to be careful about any toxins that might find their way into us. And this can include things like limiting the amount of alcohol that we indulge in, or recreational drugs, or even junk food. All these can carry toxins into our bodies. Junk food, you'll remember, will have preservatives, colorants, other types of chemicals to make it presentable and tasty. And then also another point that maybe sometimes we might forget is medication. So that the liver also has the work of detoxing the medications that we take, because they may have certain aspects of them that are toxic to us, which means that if we maintain a healthy lifestyle so that we do not need medication, we are actually supporting our liver and reducing the amount of load of work that the liver has to do in detox. So we take care of our liver by ensuring that we do not overconsume some of those harmful things, and also by using some of the NeoLife supplements that support the functioning of the liver. I'll mention them just now in a few moments. Then the last organ that I mentioned that is involved in detox is our gut. So the gut is involved in digestion, but it also eliminates any byproducts of our digestive processes. Excess fluid also will be passed out through the gut. And that means that the gut also plays an important role in detoxing us. we find that the gut's main way of detoxing is by regular, easy, and painless bowel movements, which ensure that we remove the undigestible foods or any harmful things that might come in. The gut, in fact, is the first part of the gut, the stomach, is highly acidic, which kills quite a bit of the harmful microbes that might get into us through our food. And that is why the acidity of the stomach should not be tampered with, for example, by habitually just taking antacids, because the antacids tend to interfere with the acidity of the stomach. But of course, that usually is as a result of a problem of acid reflux that some people suffer from. But remember that the stomach is actually supposed to be highly acidic in order for it to perform its function of digestion as well as of killing any microbes that enter our gut with our food. So, those are the organs, as I had mentioned them before and touched on each of them a little bit. So now, why would we need to do a full detox? So as I said at the beginning, that our body has inbuilt systems for dealing with toxins. But why are we today talking about detox as a session? Once in a while, a full detox session might help us to optimize our health. For example, if we have had a prolonged exposure to toxins, for whatever reason, it could be as a result of our work situation, it could be as a result of something that is happening around us, and so on. So, if we know we have been exposed for a prolonged period, then we may want to do a full detox. And remember, when I say a full detox, I'm referring to the 3-day detox program of NeoLife. Another reason could be that we have been excessively indulging in rich foods, junk foods, and other harmful things that we may take in. That can maybe increase the toxic load a bit for us. And so we may want to do a detox for that reason. And then when we are starting on new health goals. So, for example, I mentioned a person who has decided to quit smoking or taking other types of drugs. We may want to do a detox just to give the body a good starting point for a new health goal. It could be that, it could be maybe planning to improve our dietary habits in order to lose weight or something like that. So or to improve our fitness. All these can be reasons for us to start off with a detox. And then, of course, also if we are recovering from an illness where we've been taking a lot of harsh medication in large amounts, then we may also think about detox. And of course, there are other reasons, but just to say that from time to time, we may assess that we need to do a full detox. Okay, so what are some of the NeoLife Detox program members? The first thing that I will repeat is that it's a 3-day detox normally, and that it works with the body's detox systems in a 3-pronged approach. So the 3-pronged approach is one, to assist, that is, help the systems to work better. So the program assists the organs that we have mentioned before. And then number 2, promotes the program promotes by creating conditions for efficiency of eliminating toxins. And number 3, it enables, that is, the program facilitates or activates the processes that neutralize or eliminate toxins from us. So that is a 3-pronged approach of the NeoLife Detox program. And then the products that are incorporated into the program work in different aspects and with different organs. So I start with BetaGuard, very well known, formulated by Dr. Arthur Fast for dealing with the toxins that result from chemotherapy. But we find that BetaGuard will play an important role in supporting our liver is going to play an important role in supporting the kidneys and so on. So it enables detox by binding to the toxins so that they are less harmful and can be safely carried out of the system. Okay, so the members of beta gut, the nutrients within beta gut will enable detox by binding to those toxins. So when the toxins are bound, they are less harmful and can be carried out without them doing serious damage to us. Then, apart from beta gut, we have garlic gallium complex, which assists the detox processes by acting as a poison, especially to harmful microorganisms that might be in our system. This could be bacteria, it could be fungi. The garlic will act as a poison to them. And of course, we know also garlic is a superstar in the health of our blood and our gut. So garlic will assist in detox from microbes that might be within our systems, but it will also help in the composition of our blood so that we have got healthy blood. Then the third product is stage 6. So stage 6 is a herbal preparation that assists the gut in eliminating digestive wastes by stimulating secretions that facilitate the passing of stools. So we may find that sometimes as a result of eating unhealthily, we find that we have a bit of constipation or struggle to do regular bowel movements. So stage 6 helps with this. The herbs in it are very useful for assisting in this area. However, I normally mention that we should not prolong the use of stage 6 because we need to reestablish the system of regular bowel movements without assistance. So the stage 6 can be used during the detox period and maybe for a week. But after that, we should take a break. And maybe if the constipation persists, we can resume it again. But it should not be an ongoing supplement, stage 6. So we should use it more like a troubleshooting supplement or a detox supplement than a supplement that we use continuously, unlike something like Trianen that we will use every day for most of our lives. Stage 6 is more like a troubleshooting supplement. So once the regular bowel movements have been established, we should stop the use of stage 6 if we are using it to get rid of a specific problem like constipation. The next supplements in our detox program are acidophilus. And I know that in some of our markets, unfortunately, we are not able to have acidophilus. So in those markets, I normally recommend the fiber tablets because both acidophilus and fiber are important for promoting a healthy gut microbiome. And the acidophilus gives us the friendly microbes themselves, but fiber is the food that feeds those microbes. So even if we are taking acidophilus, it is important for us to have dietary fiber or to supplement with fiber tablets as supplements. This is for feeding our gut microbes. The gut microbes are friendly to us because we have evolved with them, and what they do is keep down the population of harmful microbes in our gut, and at the same time, they digest some of the things that we are not able to digest ourselves and produce nutrients for us. So they are quite useful. And we always notice that if, for example, we have been taking antibiotics for an illness, once we finish the course of antibiotics, it's important for us to rebuild our gut microbiome because the antibiotics may be harmful to our gut microbiome. Okay. So if you do not have acidophilus in your market, we can use the fiber tablets. But if you do have it, it's a useful part of the detox because what it does is that it increases the population of these friendly microbes, which help to kill the harmful ones for us. But remember, the harmful microbes love sugar. So if you want to support the work of acidophilus, we should also work towards minimizing or eliminating added sugar from our diet. Then the next supplement that we have in our detox is multimineral. Again, this is a balance of mineral supplements that assist the kidney in its work. Remember, we say that the kidney is important for balancing minerals and fluid. So the multimineral alfalfa supplements are important in supporting the kidney in its function. Then we have the last one I wanted to mention here is NeoLife tea. NeoLife tea is a refreshing blend of teas. And the reason I include it here is I know that there are people, I remember my late mother was particularly hated drinking water. And the NeoLife tea can be useful for people who struggle to drink enough water as part of their dietary goals. So the NeoLife tea can increase the amount of water that you take because, of course, you put the tea in water. And the tea, of course, also has got its own important plant nutrients that promote alertness and energy production. You may notice when you're doing a detox that by day 2 and 3, you might start feeling a bit lethargic and tired. So the NeoLife tea might be just what you need for refreshment and boosting yourself. Of course, you do not add sugar to it because remember we said sugar is not really our friend. And it's one of the things that we can detox from. So apart from drinking clean water, eliminating sugar as far as possible from our diet is actually an important thing to detox our systems and our food habits. Then, as I see that my time is running out, I just wanted to conclude by mentioning that apart from our own body systems, there are other areas that we can assess in this January month. So, for one thing, there is our environment. So, we can detox our bodies, but our bodies exist in our environment. And so, we can never be unconcerned about our environment. And that is where our home care range plays an important role because it ensures that our homes are toxin free and also that the amount of toxic load that is in our greater environment, the water systems, the soil systems, is reduced. If we could get as many people as we know using our NeoLife home care range, we could actually be playing a very important role in detoxing our environment itself. And then last, the other point I wanted to make is to look at our lifestyle. We can detox our lifestyle in certain aspects. So, for example, we can look at our relationships, and we know that some of the relationships can be the source of a lot of stress, and stress can be something we want to detox from by reducing the amount of stress or resolving the amount of stress in our lives. We can actually get it to play an important role in our general health. Then we can also look at our lifestyle habits. I mentioned sugar already and recreational substances that might be harmful to us. So some of those habits, we can detox from them by eliminating them. And also our job situation. Of course, I'm not recommending that you go and quit your job, but we can assess our jobs and see if our job situation is part of what is problematic in our lives, and we can see where we can change things up or what adjustments we can make. And remember that our NeoLife business always gives people an opportunity. If you have got a problematic job situation, then looking at our NeoLife business opportunity could be a gateway out of your situation by giving you an opportunity which you can start part-time and build up. And then once you have built yourself to an income which can replace your earnings from your job, you can then consider whether you do need the job or you can become a full-time distributor. So in all these ways, I will say that we can help those we come across, including our own selves, in making our life toxin-free and healthier and optimizing every aspect of our lives. So I want to leave you with the encouragement to go out in 2024 and do what we do best, which is to make the world a healthier and wealthier and happier place by providing this business opportunity to everyone that we come across, giving them the chance to take it up or to take up our products or at least to get an education about what they can do to improve their lives. So thank you very much for your time with me this evening. As always, it was a delight and a pleasure, and I hope that the session has been useful and you'll find ways in which you can incorporate it in your lifestyle, in your business, and in your family network. So I want to hand you over to Pascal now, who is standing by to take you through the business session for this evening. Thank you very much and good evening.
Thank you, Betty. I think also we need to also detox our minds. I think it's very important in this business not only to detox our bodies, but also our mind, because when we approach people about the business, they want to know that what we're offering them is something that really makes their life better, not only physically, but also mentally and emotionally, so that they can become better people. What I want to discuss with you today are two things that I think are very keys to building our business. One of them is called how to invite follow-up, because when you start your business, it's very important to know how to invite people correctly, either to come for the business presentation or to watch a video or listen to a CD. It's very important to know how to invite professionally. Secondly, is how to plug into the business system that helps our business to grow. In fact, if you really want financial freedom in this business, you need to learn how to build two things: depth with, but also how to plug your people into the business system so that the business grows with or without you. So let me just share this screen with you so that we can. Let's talk about inviting. What is really inviting? Inviting is being able to get a prospect to be able to take a look at our business, either to come for a one-on-one presentation or to come for a group presentation where there's a business opportunity presentation being done by an experienced distributor, or to watch a video so that you can the prospect can actually have a look at our business. A few important things about inviting. Inviting is a key. Inviting is a door that gets a prospect from where they are to have a look at our business. Four things are important when you're inviting. First, you need to emotionally detach yourself from the outcome. This is not easy, because I remember when I started the business, I was completely convinced about the business idea. And when I would invite people and I would say no, I would really feel badly about it. I would be so affected and I'd wondering, why is it that this prospect doesn't see what I see in the business? Of course, gradually over time, I realized that not everybody is going to join this business. Not everybody is going to come and look at the business. So slowly by slowly, I began to learn how to detach myself emotionally from the outcome of the invitation. The second thing is be yourself. Don't be somebody different. Don't be somebody different when somebody meets you. You are different from somebody who's somebody different from the one that spoke to over the phone. Okay, so I think it's very important to be yourself. The third thing is be enthusiastic. Enthusiasm simply means that you bring out what is in your heart about this business. Enthusiasm comes from the word entheo, which means the God within. There's a difference between excitement and enthusiasm. Enthusiasm comes from within. Excitement is what comes out as a manifestation of the inner enthusiasm. So you need to be enthusiastic about your business. And number four, have a strong posture. Strong posture simply means have confidence in yourself. A strong posture means you can actually tell a prospect, I don't think this business is for you. You know, our president's team member, Hansi Kronua, sent me a video that Charlie Bolton did sometime last week, a New Year message for the team. And Charlie was explaining how he was invited to look at the business. The person who invited Charlie, okay, they had never met, but he knew the person, but they had never met. So the gentleman called Charlie and asked Charlie, are you open to look at a way to make money? Then Charlie said, yes, I'm open, but what is it? Then the gentleman said, I cannot explain to you over the phone. You need to come to a meeting in Port Elizabeth, which is about 80 kilometers from where Charlie was staying. So Charlie said, no, if you don't tell me, I can't come for the meeting. In fact, when I heard what the guy replied, it stuck in my mind completely. The guy said, okay, you can, even if you don't come, you can stay broke. That made Charlie get into the car and go to the meeting. And of course, the rest is history. Charlie has got the largest network in NeoLife in the world. So Charlie's sponsor had confidence in what he was doing. That's what I don't mean we need to be rude, but I'm just saying we need to be very confident, have a very strong posture that we are not begging people to join our business. We are actually doing people a favor to look at this business. So, four things about inviting: emotionally detach yourself from the outcome. Number two, be enthusiastic. Number three, be yourself. And number four, have a very strong posture. Now, let's go to the actual inviting formula. This invitation is specifically if you want your prospect to watch a video or a tool that this is a tool we made somewhere when I was in Kenya in November. Inviting formula, 8 steps. Number one, be in a hurry. For example, you call a prospect, John, a quick question for you. If you have a moment, are you open to look at a way to look at a business? If it's somebody you've met before, give them a compliment. For example, if it's a lawyer or if it's an engineer or a mech, whatever it is, if you know what they do, give them a genuine compliment. Don't give fake compliment because people can pick it up very quickly and very easily. So give a genuine compliment and ask the question. That is step number three. Are you open to look at a way to generate additional income? Most people will say yes. Some people, very, very few people will say, no, I'm not interested. Most people will say yes. Step number four is to ask, if I send you a 10-minute video, would you watch it? The key statement there is, if I, would you? That sentence has been thought through very, very carefully. If I, would you is actually a psychological effect you have on people. If you do somebody a favor, they are psychologically forced to return a favor to you. That's why you ask, if I send you a 10-minute video, would you watch it? Most prospects will say yes. Then the next question, when do you think you'll watch it? That question prompts the prospects to actually think through their schedule, and they're the one who will set the time to watch the video. Okay? Then you keep quiet and let them think. Some people will say, okay, I'll watch it this evening or tomorrow morning. Then you go to the next step. So if I call you tomorrow, you'll have watched it. Most people will say, yes, I will have watched it tomorrow. Then you ask another, what is a suitable time for me to call you tomorrow? Again, you're asking the prospect to look at their schedule and find a suitable time that you can call them. Remember, they're the ones who have set time and date for you to call. If they give you a time, then they say, okay, I'm sending you the video now. I'll speak to you tomorrow. Then you end the conversation. This inviting formula is very, very well thought out. And this specifically is if you want them to watch a video or if you want them to look at something. But the other thing I have noticed about people's attention span these days is very, very short. If you send them a 30 or 40-minute video, they're likely not to watch it. But if you tell them, I'm sending you a 10-minute video, most people are likely to watch it. The last 5 people I've sent it a video to have watched it immediately I sent them, and they give a response within an hour. So that is an inviting formula. But let's say you want to invite somebody for a meeting, or you want to invite them for a one-on-one. The process is very similar. First, be in a hurry. John, I'm just going out for a meeting. I've got a quick question for you. Would you be open to look at a way to earn extra income? If they say yes, would it be can we set up a meeting for us to meet face to face tomorrow 2 o'clock? Would that be suitable for you? Some people will say yes, it's suitable. Some people will say no. Then you ask them, what is a suitable time for you? Then they give you a time and a date, and you make an appointment. So you said, okay, so tomorrow at 10 o'clock we can meet and discuss. I need about 10 minutes of your time. Would that be fine? They say yes. Then okay, I'll meet you tomorrow. In case there's a change in your schedule, please let me know in time so that we don't waste each other's time. That is a way to invite somebody for a one-on-one. To invite somebody for a big meeting is very similar. The process is very similar. Number one is to be in a hurry. Number two, compliment the person if you know them and you notice something good in them. If there's nothing for you to compliment, don't go that route. Then ask the question, are you open to look at a way to earn extra income? Then ask them, give them a first date, and if they don't, ask them a question, when is it suitable for us to meet? And then when you go for the meeting, carry some tool, a magazine, a brochure, whatever it is, for them to have a look at. And then ask them to honor the date. If they change their plan, they need to tell you on time. Okay, so that is the inviting formula. Inviting takes practice, but if you are very good in inviting, you will see your sponsoring rate will also go up, because everybody would like to be treated professionally and with kindness and with respect. Then the next thing I would like to discuss with you is a follow-up. Why is follow-up very important? A follow-up is important because the average person says yes after 4 to 5 or 6 or 7 times after they've been shown the business. So follow-up is very important because most people will not say yes the first time, not even the second time, not even the third time. I got a book recently about follow-up, and I read something that stuck in my mind. This guy said that my follow-up start when I see the death notice in the newspapers. Of course, what he was saying that he follows up because people's life circumstances change and they may have a different view of the business. Never close anybody off, never write anybody off. As long as they're in your name list, even if they have said no, just politely tell them, okay, maybe it's not the right time for you to do the business. I'll speak to you in about 3 months. Okay, and note that on your diary so that after 3 months, or whatever time you've told them you're going to call them up, call them again. Okay, the fortune is in the follow-up. What is the goal of our business? To educate the prospect. That is really our goal, because the average person doesn't know this industry well. So your goal is to educate your prospect. It's not to convince, it's to educate. Number two, act a consultant, not a salesperson. A consultant finds out the need of the prospect by asking questions and listening. Okay? Number three, ask questions to reveal the prospect's thinking. If you ask the right questions, you will find the thing you're looking for, that the prospect can actually see the value in a business. All right? So follow-up is very important. And you're going to you're going to get many objections. All objections, whatever they are, can be divided in only two categories. The first is limiting belief in themselves. Most people have a very low belief in themselves, or they don't believe they can become successful. The second one is a limiting belief in the network marketing industry. That's why you need to educate them on what our industry is. In fact, this business is very fascinating. I mean, last year's results I haven't seen, but the 2022 network market industry around the world turned over $230 billion, something close to that. So it's a very big industry, very well respected for people who know what it is. Okay. The other thing is do not argue with the prospects. Just address their concerns. Because when you argue with them, they entrench their views even more strongly. In fact, the phrase I would suggest that you use is called the feel, felt, found route. I know what you feel. I felt it that way before, but what I found is this. That enables the prospects to look at the business or what you're saying in a different view. Don't argue with the prospects for if they challenge what you're saying, you don't need to argue with them because this business is not for everybody. So those are some of the things you need to think about when you are doing follow-up. Follow-up is very important. You need to have a system for following up. The people who say yes, they are interested, follow up within 2 days. People say they're not ready to join, follow up maybe after a week. People who say no, they're not interested, maybe after 3 months. So have a very simple follow-up system. Two, you need to follow up each person at least 5 to 6 times before they actually make a decision. So don't give up. And then the next thing is a business system. What is a business system? A business system is a series of tools, procedures that we put in our business so that our business grows with. The system is simply something dependable that distributors look towards. That is what a system is. It's a series of tools, procedures, and events. Okay? What is a business system? The first thing about our system is you need to bring in your personal enthusiasm into the business because everybody is looking at excitement and enthusiasm. People don't want to join something boring. Okay? So, personal enthusiasm. Number two, tools. Tools are things, tangible things that we have in our business that you can give prospects and customers. Videos, CDs, magazines, YouTube, whatever it is, these are called tools. And they are professionally done to help your business to grow. Number three, weekly business opportunity presentations. For example, the one you have every Monday by Zoom, or if you're in a different market, the ones that your sponsor or your leader conducts on every day or every other day. So weekly business opportunity presentations. Then number four, weekly training events. You need to plug into this thing so that you can learn and grow your business. Number five is monthly recognition rallies. One of the most important thing about our business is recognition. This is very important for in the normal business world, wherever you are, most people, your employer always looks for something wrong in order to reprimand you. Our business is the opposite. Recognition. Number six, the annual NeoLife convention. This is very important because in each region, we bring all the distributors together to share success. Number seven, the annual team weekend rally. Speak to your sponsor or your upline. They will tell you about the weekend rally that normally happens in every region. And this rally is, for me, I take this rally very seriously because I remember our turning point in the business. We joined in March, and the first weekend rally we went to was in July in Bloemfontein. And the guest speaker, I think, was Dr. Miles Monroe. And that weekend blew me away. That's when the penny dropped for me, and we really ran with the business. And then team incentives. Each team has got their small incentives that helps their business to grow. So if you're a new distributor, if you're an old distributor, make sure you plug into the business system that keeps your business growing. Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, this is a little bit what Betty and I wanted to share with you this evening to help you grow your business. Number one, learn how to invite professionally. Number two, learn how to follow up with your prospects, because most prospects don't say yes the first time. Most prospects after 5, 6, or 7 times is when they say yes, I want to do the business. And then make sure you plug into the business system to help your business to grow, with or without you. That's very, very important. Each region where NeoLife does business, there's a system in place. Follow your growing sponsors or growing upline system, and your business will grow and you'll have a lot of success in your business. So, ladies and gentlemen, we thank you very much for spending this evening with us. I would like to thank Alan for hosting our meeting today, and we appreciate all of you for spending your evening with us. Thank you and good night.